so excited. Well, we've had some big stars here at Brecky Central, but our next guest tops the list. She is without doubt music royalty with album sales of more than 40 million.
And beyond that, she's also an Australian. I just got two words for you. Kylie Minogue!
Yay!
Welcome. Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you.
There you
Great
go.
crowd here to see you.
And we've only stress tested this glass to 50,000 tonnes, so we're not going to show what's going to happen now. Sit down, relax. Welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for coming in.
This
How
is great.
exciting.
What a thrill. Now, you're about to get back into work, of course. Tell us about your Christmas, though, before
I only
we talk.
just finished work.
Oh, just
I'm
now.
about to get back.
Tell us.
I had a nice Christmas break.
What does that mean in the Minogue household? What's a nice Christmas break?
Lots of cups of tea. Doesn't matter how old you get, when your mum asks if you... Who wants a cuppa? Yeah.
Hand up. Hand up.
Lots of cups of tea. Time with my nephew, who's about 20 months old.
Yeah.
So I put in major auntie time.
Oh, lovely. Do you still have to do things around the house? Do you get off sort of packing the dishwasher and stuff like that?
I still put a load of washing on.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
When Mum says to you, Kylie, help clean up the table, do you say, Mum, don't you know who I am? No. Still got to control. You're away a lot. We don't see you down here all that often. When you're here, is there something that you demand from your mother? A dish, a signature dish, something like Mum used to make?
Fry up in the morning, I think.
The big
Eggs,
fry up.
yeah.
The
Because
big
I
eggs.
normally arrive back in Australia and it's, 6 a.m, arrive home, all you want is a fresh meal.
Yeah.
And, we have a big fry up. And it's like I haven't been away for a year. It's amazing.
Right.
Fantastic. Okay, now recently you did a duet with Paul McCartney. You've also received an OBE from the Queen. Which of those two is your family most impressed by?
The OBE, for sure. Mind you, Mako did come a close second.
Macca, so you were liking that.
Macca,
liking that
yeah.
familiarity. Macca. Now, the British tabloids had a field day with you and Macca, right? They were saying it was just too sexy, it was too hot. Did you get that?
I did hear about that, but it was just fun.
You didn't feel like it was...
and cut to...
Yeah, cut to sizzling clip of Kylie and Macca. You didn't think it was too... Because Heather McCartney's been all over the place with this.
No, if there was any problem, it would have been before that. The host of the show, Jules Holland, I'm looking for a word other than writhing, but let's just admit it, writhing on a piano, which was far more flirtatious than that one. But what a thrill to be performing with him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Were you looking at him close up going, hey, sexy old rich guy? Or were you looking going, what is Obla-di, Obla-da?
Legend.
Yeah, legend.
Yes,
Legend, exactly.
of course.
In fact, actually, just ledge.
You're right.
Ledge.
Macca, ledge.
Yeah.
Now, the papers did have a field day, and all the stories about Heather Mills being cranky about it. Do you still read those sorts of stories, or do you just let
I don't
them go?
see a lot of it, but with the internet, one story's in one country and it's everywhere. So obviously I heard about that, and she probably didn't say anything. It's like an open market, I think, something like that.
All right. Hey, let's punch on. New Year's resolutions for you? Do you make those anymore, or is the list too long to talk about?
I didn't make any. Guilty admission.
Guilty admission.
None. Just well, the one thing I'm really looking forward to is touring the new album to see what happens with the songs coming to life and interacting.
Okay. Well, you obviously don't mind poking fun at yourself. We know that. I think that's a real Australianism, and that's what we love about you. Channel 7 is airing a special program you made. It's called The Kylie Show. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I'm sure you already know. It's going to be airing early next month. Let's take a quick look at one scene here.
Take care.
No, Jade. I was your co-star in Neighbours, and we had a big wedding and everything. Well, more to the point, we actually dated for a few years, so you must remember.
Sorry? Kylie.
Minogue.
Kylie Minogue. Such a funny name. Such a funny name. Darling, how are Carly, I haven't seen you for ages. I'm sorry.
Oh, we love it that you can have a bit of a giggle about that.
Well, that's one of a few on that show. It was a lot of fun.
Jason recently described, he was on the show about a month ago, on Sunrise about a month ago. He described your relationship as similar to an old school friend that you catch up with every so often. How would you describe your relationship with Jason?
I'd agree with that. It was funny doing that scene. We, whose phone is that? Is that someone's phone?
Whose phone's going on?
Oh, sorry, that's probably my wife. I've got to get milk on the way home. She usually calls me this time. Sorry.
That we started running lines, and at a certain point I just said, this is really weird. Here we are together with our scripts in our hands, running lines. And, you know, suddenly it was like it was 20 years ago.
Do you ever get sick of looking back at that stuff? Because it's fair to say that most times you would sit down on a lounge like this, we would play stuff like that. You get sick of seeing the wedding and hearing the song and seeing that kiss again? Or is it all still nice
I think
stuff?
I've used up all my cringe points.
Yeah, right.
And now it's just, well, it's so long ago that I really enjoy it.
Even the wedding in Neighbours, we were looking at it before. Here's the...
Do you have to? But okay.
Just in case you haven't
I've
seen
gone
the
into
minute.
reserve.
Yeah, that's right.
The baby's breath. Oh, it's such a part of all of our lives.
Carly, tell me
There
this.
it goes.
Do you ever wish? I do. That's it. Do it again. Say it again. See, you've still got it.
I do.
I do.
And I can say, I know.
Do you ever wish it would just all, you'd wake up one morning and all the cameras wouldn't be pointed your way and you would just door in from Dungog and you could just go to the beach and feel the sand between your toes and get a frappuccino at a coffee shop?
Some days, yeah. But I've been doing this for most of my life. Well, yeah, more than half of my life. And mostly I love what I do. I really... You know, I'm sure you have mornings where you just do not want to get up at what time?
Oh, no, we never have those mornings. We're on work experience here. We're loving it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's true, sure.
I think I've reached a stage in my career where I can appreciate what I'm doing. In the very early days, it was just such a blur and I was so young. It was enjoyable, but now I really appreciate, you know, here I am performing to 20,000 people or whatever the occasion is.
Yeah.
It's quite right. Okay, now we've got a question from a viewer. Bear from Victoria has written in. Carly, he's praised your recent role in Doctor Who and wants to know what it was like hanging out with a Time Lord.
It was great. It was such a thrill to do that show. I mean, I know we've grown up with Doctor Who years ago here, but it's such a phenomenon at the moment in the UK, and the Time Lord David Tennant is just adorable and lovely, and the atmosphere on set that's full of lovies, and it's just there was so much excitement, and especially being the Christmas special.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where there's some excitement. That's just out there in the plaza. Heaps of your fans, millions. Jessica Rowe is out there in the thick of it somewhere. Jess, who you got?
Oh, we are jumping with excitement, aren't we, Nicola? Now, Nicola is one of Carly's biggest fans. You've been here, since 3:30 this morning?
Yes, I have.
You've seen Carly live 3 times in concert?
Yes, I have. Twice in Scotland and once in Sydney.
And now you have been given the honour this morning
I have. I'm
asking
very
Kylie
excited.
a
I'm
question.
very excited.
What would you like to ask Kylie?
I would like to ask Kylie, you've done some amazing collaborations on the new album. The songs that didn't make it onto the new album, are we going to hear them as B-sides?
Ooh, you will actually. Yeah, the next single has 2 tracks. I wrote and recorded in Ibiza. Sounds very glamorous.
Where all good music is written.
Where one should always go. Yeah. So yeah, I recorded so many extra tracks that they will appear from time to time.
Okay, excellent. Can I also quickly ask you, are we going to see you at Mardi Gras at some point?
Oh, yes.
Sorry?
Are we going to see you at Mardi Gras at some point?
I'm preparing for tour around that time, so...
Yeah, not this year, but at some point.
Sometime, I mean, come on.
Anytime.
Sometime, of course.
Anytime in the next 20 years is fine. Carly, of all the things that you've done, is being announced as the most groped wax model at Madame Tussauds Waxworks, was that one of the highlights for you? More people groped your waxwork than any other waxwork.
Are you trying to embarrass me this morning?
No, not at all. I just... Didn't you know that?
No, that's quite flattering, I suppose.
Well,
That's a nice thing, see?
I wouldn't stop to think. I wouldn't have thought of that myself. No.
That's a lovely compliment. See, people don't... Prince Charles doesn't get people groping his waxwork. It's a lovely thing.
Why is that?
Funny about
Yeah,
that.
why is that?
Now, you're off to LA tomorrow. You're going to do the new video for do the video for your new single, Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about Wow.
Written in Ibiza.
Around
It was-
happy hour, cocktail
Actually,
time
it was
in
the
Ibiza.
first day we. The album was missing a song like Wow, so it's always a bit tense when you are trying to get something specific. So I employed all my feminine charm to actually make it happen that we would travel to Ibiza. It was August and I wanted some sunshine like seemingly the rest of the world. And we arrived at this beautiful villa, beautiful view, and I said, I'd really like to have a song that's a word that we use every day. And we were looking at this view and said, wow. Let's write a song called Wow. Wow. It's just like, wow, man. And we wrote it that afternoon and I absolutely love it. It's full of energy and wow.
And do you know what's going to be in the video yet?
Neon.
Any
In a word?
neon.
Neon.
Neon, a few sparkles, maybe a little bit of lycra. Listen, everyone out there...
got me.
If we gave everybody out here a microphone, and probably everybody watching, if we allowed them to call in and ask you this question, it would be, when are you touring here?
As soon as I can.
Would you like to phone a friend on that? No?
Yeah.
As soon as you can?
As soon as I can. I know it hasn't been announced here yet.
Right.
I just realised yesterday I've got 3 months till opening night already in Paris. So I just want to have in my head more solidly what the tour will be and if I can manage what I've planned so far. And of course I'd love to come back here. It's just, we're plotting and planning right now.
Okay, when you plot and plan, obviously what you've been through in the last couple of years, when you're planning a tour, I imagine it is incredibly full on. Do you, obviously you would take into consideration your health and how you're feeling.
Yeah.
How do you tailor things differently these days as opposed to what you did?
The main difference is I do 2 shows in a row and then have a night off, which pains me because I like to keep going and go with the momentum, but that worked out well last time. I used to do 3, 4, and then the next day off was a travel day to get to the next location. So that's a big change. That's a nightmare for my manager because that's bucks going down the drain. But if my health and sanity is preserved, what's left of it, then it's good.
Turning 40. Exciting?
Right.
Should I not have said that?
You
Well,
should
but at
talk
least you're
about-
saying it this year. I was being asked about turning 40 like 2 months ago, and practically I was labelled 40. It's like, guys, it's 6 months away.
No, I want it to be the closest to the actual day, so we can talk about turning 40. How's that feel?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Pretty much the same. Just another day
Yeah, I
in
mean,
Minogue Town.
I don't know. I guess it will be fine. If I call, can I have a speed dial number and I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know.
It's the new 30. 40's the new 30.
Well, yeah.
It'll be
I think
fun.
it is.
Looking back across all of the characters, all of the different Kylie outfits and the things that Kylie has done over the years. If you went into a toy shop and all the Kylie action dolls were lined up, you know, the cute Kylie, Kylie next door, sexy Kylie, really sexy Kylie, naughty Kylie, which one of those characters would be your favourite looking back?
Maybe cute Kylie.
Cute Kylie. We can always
Yeah.
rely on cute Kylie.
Well, I'm thinking back to a video for Did It Again where I had 4 Kylies in that. It's still weird talking about myself in the third person. And she was cute, and she's the one at the end of the video that ends up bashing the others with a baseball bat. So she finally got hers.
So she's the one with the action figure with the baseball bat.
Well, and there's just something lovely and naive about that time.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have to ask you about this. I'm sorry to do this.
Darling, what is it?
You've been
I backed
voted-
away from this question, just by the way.
You've been voted one of the most desirable women in the world many times. The $1 million question, is there anything special in your life at the moment? I know I sound like a mother when
I know that. With that kind of worried look. Is there?
Will you be all right?
Does he have a real job, guys?
I know. I enjoy dating. So I'm not totally alone. Don't worry about it.
Because we were worried about you.
I know. But it's not that long ago I came out of my last relationship, which was just a year has gone by really quickly with me running out of illness and trying to just embrace health as much as possible. So I haven't had that much time to sit and feel like, where's Mr. Right? I'm sure he's making his way.
He might be standing out in the plaza.
There's too many people out there.
What's the checklist involved for Mr. Right? Is there what sort of guy
probably
is he?
top of my list is charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it? That's a very short list?
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, then I could go on.
Yes, all the good stuff.
I'd like them to be creative, for sure.
Okay.
Now, when you look around you and you see all these people, you must feel how much Australians love you and
This
still
is very
claim
exciting,
you.
I have to say.
They really do. Do you ever see yourself at any point in your life moving back to Australia permanently?
I think about it from time to time, yeah. It just wouldn't work for me at the moment, obviously, but for years and years when I've been asked, will you move back to Australia, because I always come back, it is one of my homes. It's my heart's home. So it's not like I'm moving away and not coming back for 20 years. I'm always coming back. And I just have a really dumb, happy look on my face every time I land.
Because you know in your heart of hearts that nobody makes eggs like your mum. Right?
That's true.
You know that for sure.
That's true. There's hang on, just click my heels together. There is no place like home.
Right. All right, it's been an absolute treat to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
And it's so long since I've been on Breakfast TV, and there's a red carpet, and there's people, and it's amazing. Thank you. Great to see you all.
And we've got some new couches in for the occasion.
Are they new?
You can take these with you if you like. There's a little gift. We like to send all our guests away with their own couch. Thank you so much. It's a treat to see you. I'm sure everyone outside wants to give you a huge round of applause and a big wave and blow you a kiss. Thanks very much, Kylie.
Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you.
The one and only Kylie Minogue exclusively with us here on Sunrise. What a treat. We're back in just a moment with this morning's headlines and today's weather. This is, we'll rename it, Kylie Rise.